This is what we were just talking about. The White House says another threat to public safety during this pandemic is misinformation about COVID and about the vaccines. And tonight, new warnings for social media companies to crack down. As the U.S. Surgeon General says, these lies online are now literally putting lives at risk. White House correspondent Allison Harris live in the nation's capital tonight with more on this part of our coverage. Allison.
Well, Rob, this doctor was just talking about how big of a problem this is. Misinformation is nothing new when it comes to COVID. It's been happening mostly online throughout the entire pandemic. But what White House officials say is different now, what's so much worse, is the speed and the scale at which it is now happening. Facebook is flooded with information about COVID vaccines that is downright wrong. Posts refer to scientific recommendations as medical tyranny and warn people away from getting shots that the CDC and FDA say save lives. Today, the Surgeon General issuing his first warning in the Biden administration that disinformation poses a serious threat to public health.
On the dangers of health misinformation.
The White House citing research identifying just 12 profiles are responsible for 65% of the online misinformation. One of them is Sayer G, who ranks 8th on that list with more than 50,000 followers on Facebook. G has spent years pushing scientifically disproven views about vaccines. He's now trafficking in blatantly false claims that the vaccines kill more people than COVID itself.
I've never posted what you might describe as an anti-vaccine message. What I have done is point people to peer-reviewed and published research that do show that vaccines may have adverse effects.
That kind of falsehood spreads as rampantly as the Delta variant is spreading. The White House has asked social media companies to publicly share how many millions of Americans are seeing the false information and asking them to work faster removing posts.
We're flagging problematic posts for Facebook that spread disinformation.
We talked to the researcher who made the list of the top misinformation spreaders.
We keep being told it's whack-a-mole, but actually there's 12 moles, and they are whackable in that these people could be removed from the platforms.
Children ages 12 to 15 are now the age group the least likely to be vaccinated. The lowest vaccination rate, as you well know, Rob, is in Mississippi and in many of those southeastern states.